Am I the asshole for evicting my uncle from
see.
the house my grandma left me?
Okay.
Some information to keep in mind with this story, because I won't read
Give
the
me
whole
everything
thing.
you have.
I'll tell you, this is what I know.
Yeah.
So this young man, he's in his 20s. He's a young guy.
What side of 20? What side of 25?
Probably in the later side of 20. Might be
Making
our
that-
age, 27, 28.
You're making this up. But
He's in his late 20s.
okay.
His grandmother passed.
God rest her
God
soul.
rest her soul. R.I.P. Grandma. In her will, which was written in 2023, he is left a house of sizable proportion that is roughly valued at $400,000.
What state is this?
It doesn't say.
Okay, that matters.
It matters. Roughly around $400,000.
Okay.
He's excited. He can he's seemingly planning on living in the house because he'd like to not throw away rent. That's what he says at the bottom of the post. In the house, he discovers that his uncle, who has been estranged from the family for about 3 years,
Right.
has been living in the basement.
Yes.
The uncle lost his job during COVID, divorced his marriage, all these things.
Yeah, me too.
It's all fallen apart.
Okay.
He's been living in the house for the last 3 years with his mother, this man's grandmother. He has not spoken to the rest of his family during that time. Nobody knew what happened to him. They were seemingly already on kind of rocky ground. This person, this uncle, has been living in the basement and tending to the grandmother's needs for the remainder of her life. Now that she has passed, this man feels as though he is owed this house. He has nowhere else to go. He believes he should be gifted the house from this the grandson who has been gifted it. The grandson is planning on evicting his uncle. Is he an asshole for doing so? Thoughts?
Okay. So for me, I need more context as to like, hey man, why are you surprised that he was living in the house? What's going on there? That's confusing to me.
Yeah.
This man was hidden in the basement, or you
Something
never
of a parasite scenario.
you never. It could be a parasite. It could be
Yeah.
an Anne Frank situation.
Well, that
And-
wasn't the basement. Well, was it?
Could have been.
Maybe you should read up on Jewish history before talking to me.
All right, Machu Picchu. But like, it's confusing to me that nobody knew he was living in the house.
To be fair, would you, if your brother disappear? Maybe this isn't a fair argument, but maybe your brother disappears,
Yeah.
right? Is your first instinct? You've already been kind of estranged from him. Again, this is not really your real scenario. You have a lovely relationship with your
Right, of course.
but you've been estranged with your brother for a bit. Mm-hmm. Is your first guess that he's living with your grandma?
If I think that it's in the cards for me to inherit a house, and maybe he's totally blindsided, but what I'm led to believe, if somebody leaves me a house, it means that I have a relationship with this person.
Yeah.
And if I have a relationship with this person, I would presume that I know who is all parties living in their house, especially if it's an older woman.
I don't know.
I'm just saying that doesn't pass the
White
smell
people,
test.
they're a little crazy.
You don't gotta tell
we
me.
love taking things that don't belong to us. It's not good.
You know, there's something about it that don't pass the smell test.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, suspicious.
I'm suspicious about that he didn't actually know.
Okay.
All that said, you have every right to kick him out,
Yeah.
but I do think you're an asshole. Oh. Ka-tong.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. I do think you're an asshole if you evict someone who is homeless. You can... evicting is crazy.
Yeah.
But it should be like, hey, buddy, she left it to me. I do want this house.
Yes.
You got to get out.
I'm surprised that a conversation hasn't been had that they could both just live there. He's your uncle.
Crazy.
Seems like
No.
I mean, maybe the guy
Crazy.
Why? Well, why not?
I don't want to live with anybody. I have this house to myself.
It's a big fucking house.
No, it's not.
You don't know.
No, this is crazy.
There's enough. It's a big enough house that this guy could be living in the basement and nobody would know.
That's what I don't believe that nobody knew.
Well, you have to.
There's no way that nobody
This
knew.
is the prompt that he says. Some more information.
I want my basement.
The uncle is arguing that it should have been left to him in the will, and that the grandmother didn't have enough time to change her will before she died. Now, the young man says the will is from, again, 2023, and the grandmother knew that she was on her way out for about 2 years.
Yeah.
So seemingly she purposely wanted this young man to inherit this house.
Yeah. The real asshole is the grandmother, the dead grandma.
I don't know if I believe that.
I believe that. The real asshole is her. I bet
Why
you
is she an asshole?
I bet you think Ruth Bader Ginsburg did nothing wrong.
Listen.
I bet
don't
you
know.
think she did nothing wrong.
Listen to me right now.
Yeah.
I don't know who Ruth Bader Ginsburg is.
What's the Wikipedia page?
Yeah, how do we get from
How do we get to Beyonce to Ruth Bader
Large
Ginsburg?
Hadron Collider?
Go ahead.
No, I think the grandmother, she clearly wasn't going to leave it to her deadbeat son, right? She's not going to leave it to this guy. He's got why would you do that?
So, all right. So, what do you think?
I think if I were this young man, I'd go in, I'd be like, listen, I'm coming in, I'm taking over this house. I've decided that I'm not going to sell it because from the information that I've seen in this post, he's not going to sell this house.
Right.
He's going to live there.
Yeah.
It's a big enough house. This guy can be there too.
Okay.
I think I make my uncle my butler. See what happens. He's going to earn his keep. See what happens.
I don't like it. I would evict him. I would feel bad about it. I am an asshole. I would be like, hey, man, how can we... You can stay there as long...
How do we stay on good grounds?
You can stay there until you find a new place. You do have to leave. Because this is my house.
Interesting.
But I'm not going to make you homeless.
I don't know.
And he's like, I'm not leaving. I'm entitled to it. Well, actually, buddy, you're not.
Yeah. Well,
By the
the
law.
big thing is that this man is clearly not entitled to this idea. You know.
Yes, you are an asshole. Yes, I would do the same thing.
I don't know if he's an asshole. I don't know.
I think he's an
buddy,
asshole
I'm on
for
your
evicting.
side.
I think it's an asshole to evict your family. You would evict me if push came to shove.
You're not family. I would never evict you.
Okay.
I would never evict you.
All right.
I would make you my butler.